In this lecture of object oriented programming with C++, today we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is inheritance. In the previous video lecture, we were discussing about different properties of object oriented programming. That time also uh, we discussed a very little thing about inheritance, that is when we are creating a new class from a existing class, time inheritance concept can be play a important role. So we'll discuss this inheritance in details. So basically inheritance means creating a new class from the old class. Okay, that is when we will create or when we will define a new class which will carry some of the properties from the old class, that is known as inheritance. Creating new class from the old class, creating new class from old class is basically this process is inheritance, and we can say that it is a type of derivation where one new class gets some properties from the old class, or one class is derived from some existing class, and this process is also known as derivation or inheritance, otherwise inheritance. And the old class is referred to as the base class or parent class. Suppose this is a old class, and from this old class we are creating a new class, and some properties of this old class are inherited to this new class. So this old class are also known as parent class, or also known as um, parent class or old class, and this is no new class is known as the child class or subclass. Also sometimes we use the word subclass, and this old class also known as the base class, and the new class also known as the derived class. So many terminologies are there, any term we can use. And the most important advantage of inheritance is reusability. So in previous lecture also I have mentioned reusability. Reusability is the most important advantage of inheritance, and reusability means reuse of class that has already been tested, debugged, and used many times. And it also can save memory and time also. And by using this reusability concept, a programmer can use a class created by another person or any company without modifying it, uh, or we can say without altering it, we can also use it. And so this is whole concept behind the inheritance. One class is already existing, from there we are creating a new class. Some properties of the existing class is inherited to the new class, and there are some general specification format for inheritance is there. Like when we define a derived class, the syntax or the general form of the inheritance will be class space derived class name, scope, then colon, then derivation type, then base class name. So this is the syntax, or this is the format for a derived class, which is followed by a pair of curly bracket. As we know, every class followed by a curly bracket. Then the class body or class definition will be there. So the syntax is class space derived class name colon derivation type base class name. So this colon symbol generally it linking between the derived class and the base class. It is saying that from this particular base class, this derived class has been derived, and this derivation type, this is also one important point. This derivation type is of three type. It may be either public or protected or private. So there are three derivation type in inheritance: public, protected, or private. Whether the new class is publicly derived or protectedly derived or privately derived from the old class, that is the derivation type signifies. And according to this derivation type, how this visibility mode of the data member changes, that thing we will discuss. And if sometimes in the derived class definition derivation type is not mentioned, in such case it will be by default private. So in such case by default private, the derivation type is by default private. So first we will discuss about all the three derivation type, their summary we will discuss. So public, protected and private derivation type for inheritance in C++. So in this diagram you can see there is a column regarding the base class, and there is also another column regarding the derived class. So in the first type, let's say in case of public type derivation, if in the base class there are some data members are there, and they are some public, protected and private data members we have taken, and this base class is creating a new derived class publicly, or this derived class is publicly inherited from the base class. So the inheritance type will be public here, and in such case the visibility mode in derived class for public data member will remain same as public. Similarly, protected data member will remain protected in derived class. If the inheritance type is protected, in such case public and protected data member will become protected in derived class, and we know that private data members cannot be inherited to any other classes. So private data member cannot be inherited to the derived class also. In the third type, in private inheritance or private derivation type, public and protected data member will become private. Their visibility mode will change to private in the derived class, whereas private data members cannot be inherited. So in this particular example here, three data member we have taken: public integer x, protected integer y, private integer z. So their visibility mode we have taken public, private, protected. Here in the first derived class, the derived class name is public derived here, which is derived from the base class base, and here x will become public, y will become protected and z cannot be inherited because it is a public kind of inheritance. So public and protected data member will becomes public and protected respectively. And in the second type of derivation, this is the first type, public type of derivation. In the second type of derivation, it is a protected type of derivation, and the derived class name is protected derive. Protected derive is derived from the base class in a protected mode, and here the public and protected data member of the base class becomes protected in derived class, and z cannot be inherited, or z is the private data member, so it cannot be inherited from the base class. And the third type one is our private type of inheritance. In private inheritance, what happened here, the data member, that is x and y, which is public and protected in the base class, those will becomes private in the private derived class. It will becomes private, whereas z cannot be accessible in the derived class because it is private in the base class, so it cannot be inherited. So this is the summary for three types of inheritance. So one by one we will discuss. So in the public inheritance, this is the small example we have taken, and in the base class, three data member pvt equal to 1, prot equal to 2, pub equal to 3 we have taken, private, protected and public respectively. One public member function get pvt we have taken, and get pvt is returning the value, returning the private value here, and the class is closed now. And for the base class, we have taken a derived class public derive here, which is publicly derived from the base class. So the derivation type is public, which is publicly derived from the base class, and public member function get prot we have taken to return the protected value. Inside the main function, object is created for the derived class, we should create the object of derived class for all type of inheritance. And here for the derived class public derive, object 1 is the object, and we are pointing three cout statements. Cout private equal to object 1 dot get pvt, so it will invoke this public member function of the base class and it will return the private value as 1. Similarly, to print the protected value, just call the get prot function which is present in our derived class public derive, and object dot get pro, it will return the protected value. Similarly, the public value, that is pub equal to 3, it can be accessed directly because it is a public value, so we can access it directly. So by executing this program we will get such output: private equal to 1, protected equal to 2, and public equal to 3. So in summary, for public inheritance the accessibility will be like this: in the base class private data members are accessible but not in derived class. In the base class, protected data members are accessible, similarly in derived class also. In the base class, public data member can be accessible, similarly in case of derived class. So this is a summary for public derivation or public inheritance. Similarly, for protected kind of inheritance, in this example, uh, it has been described clearly. Same thing we have taken like the previous program. Three data, three data member in private, protected and public mode we have taken, and we have created a derived class. We have derived a class from the base class in a protected mode, and how the visibility mode will change, that thing we have described. So in protected kind of inheritance, our protected and public data becomes protected in the derived class, but private data cannot be inherited, and we are accessing these three data using uh, our object, and after the execution of this particular program this output can be generated. And the main objective behind this program is to show how to access the protected data when it is inherited to the protected class or inherited to the derived class, how it can be accessed. That is the motive behind this program. So using this two public function get prot and get pub, we are accessing this protected data. We are accessing this derived data which is in protected visibility mode, and the accessibility is like this: the private data members are accessible in the base class but not in derived class. Protected data member are accessible in base class and derived class both. Similarly, public data member can be accessed in base class and also in derived class, and their visibility mode will change to protected in the derived class. Similarly, in the third type of derivation, that is private inheritance or private kind of derivation, here we have created a private derived class which is inherited in a private mode from the base class, and here also the same thing we have written, but the mode has changed. The derivation type is private here, and here after the execution of the program this particular output we can get. And the summary for this private inheritance is: in the private, data members can be accessible in base class but not in derived class. Uh, Protected members in private inheritance accessible in base class and also means inherited in a private mode, and can be accessible in derived class. Public also accessible in base class and also accessible in derived class because their visibility mode changes and becomes private in derived class. So this is the summary behind our uh, different type of derivation, that is using public, private and protected mode of inheritance. Thank you.